TBC, what's the deal? So I was asked a question by a commentator, Copend09. I believe that's how you say it, Kopend09. He asked me what I thought about uh, Swedish prospect Adrian Granat. Now, let me just say this. I know he just fought Michael Sprott last weekend. I tried to look it up on YouTube. I could not find that fight. He dispatched Sprott in the first round. Sprott was there to be beat, although Sprott has shown, some contenders in the past, some problems. We know about his, the upset victory over Ali Harrison and Edmund Gerber. Sprott to give you some rounds. He was able to dispose of him. We know Sprott also, who did he just lose to? Anthony Joshua and Carlos Takam. So he's a little bit past it, going into his 40s. Granat got rid of him. I haven't seen footage of the fight. I've been looking for it. I'm waiting for something to be uploaded. Also, I wanted to see footage. I see he's 10-0 with 9 knockouts, so I was curious to see the fight that he got the decision in, and I couldn't find that fight. That fight was with Tomas Mazarek. Some of you may know who he is. He's went the distance with Tyson Fury and Huri Fury. He has another fight against Adnan Rozovic, and I heard of the only reason I know Rozovic is because I was looking up Arnold Jurikjai, and they fought for a minor EBU title, minor European title. That fight's actually on YouTube now. It's a pretty exciting fight, stunning KO for Jurikjai, but couldn't find any footage of that fight. I understand why Mazarek probably took him some rounds. He's been knocked out sometimes, and he's going the distance with some guys. He's been stopped against Dillian White. He's beaten Danny Williams in the 6th rounder, so he goes the distance, guys, and he's kind of hard to get out of it. He has a real ugly record. You look at his record. I think he's like 10 wins and 50 losses. But if you look at him, he's a southpaw, keeps a high guard. Journeyman, but he's a tough journeyman. I'll put it that way. He's no title contender of any sorts, but he is a tough journeyman to knock out. So I understand why Granat was not able to knock him out, although some people have knocked him out. But the fights that I have seen, now I've went back as far as looking at his amateur career. I've seen 2 amateur fights that are up on YouTube. Pierre Suma, a fight that he lost. Suma was 28 years old. He looked a lot stronger, looked a lot sharper and polished than Granat. Granat was only 20. This fight was from 2011. He dropped Granat with a right hand. Granat does carry his hands extremely low. He did it in the amateurs, and I seen another win that he had over a guy named Max Keller. No, not Max Kellerman, but Max Keller. That fight is also on YouTube. When he was 19 years old, he landed a big left hook that knocked Max Keller down. He tried to get up. He was stumbling everywhere. So he showed some very good power. The fights I've seen of him professional is I've seen the fight against Danny Williams. He stopped him in 2 rounds. Just overmatched Danny Williams, man. Danny Williams been knocked out quite a few times. We know him from his Mike Tyson fame, but Danny Williams didn't really behave like a fighter in that fight. He was cowering away from shots, just waiting for one big shot. He got just walked down with a jab and was getting power shots landed on him. There was a point in the fight where Granat threw 28 unanswered punches. I mean, Williams just did not look like he wanted to fight, man. He just did not look like he wanted to fight at all. Also seen some sparring footage with Christian Hammer. It was only like 4 minutes. I've seen the Aziz Baran fight. Baran came in extremely fat and out of shape. Same that fight. Granat is just fighting just downhill in all his fights. Doesn't really have to worry about much coming back. He's not getting stopped in his tracks. Who else did I see him fight? The Cap, K-A-P-P, that guy. That guy came in extremely fat and out of shape. Again, same type of fight. Guys just overmatched physically. Granat is a part of that, 20-something prospect contender fighters that are out right now with Parker, and you got Arthur Spilko's getting his shot. He's 26. Parker's 23. Anthony Joshua's 26. Jarrell Miller's 26. Dillian White's 27. Trevor Bryan's 27. Tyson Fury is 27. So we do have a cluster of guys that are in their 20s. We know that the top, if you go on BoxRec and look at their top 20, 10 of the guys are 34 years or older. Then you got some guys that are You know, Deontay Wilder's 30 and Jennings 31. So these are some fresh faces. You know, Chisura's 31 too, but these are some fresh faces, you know, to keep an eye on. Adrian Granat, he is showing that he can beat the Michael Sprats. Oh, and I seen him against Darnell Wilson, the Dingaling man. Some of you may remember him from ESPN Friday Night Fights when he knocked out Emmanuel Nuwo. Was that dude's name? When he landed that crushing left hook and just dropped him. This does not look like the Darnell Wilson of 2007. Oh my goodness, man. I watched this fight. He was so out of shape. He had a big ass beer belly. But Granat just walked him down. Darnell Wilson came out in that fight. He came out and threw he was throwing big hooks. He was trying to throw just one punch and trying to get Granat out of there. That didn't work, you know. So Granat has shown that guys like Danny Williams and Darnell Wilson, guys that come out there trying to throw one shot at a time that's out of shape, he will dismantle those guys. Guys who are just physically overmatched, he will dismantle those guys. I would like to see him step up, probably in a fight or two here. You know, I don't think it'll be bringing them along too slow. You got guys like Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. They're going to fight each other, and they're, you know, 14-0 and 16-0 respectively. Gerald Washington and some of the guys over here in America, Trevor Bryan, or not Trevor Bryan, but Dominic Brazil was at least scheduled to fight this weekend, but that fight fell through with Charles Martin. Those guys are 17, 18-0. You know, they're in their teens as far as how many fights they fought. So I would like to see Granat step up. I really don't think we need to see him in there with a Travis Walker or, you know, those type of guys, Julius Long. I like to see him against a Fred Cassie or maybe a Gary Cornish. I know he just came off a loss, but see what Cornish has left. Dennis Bogtov, that'd be another good fight. We know Bogtov got knocked out by Joshua, but he came back and beat, I forgot who he came back and beat, but I think he beat another prospect. Don't have it in front of me, but I want to see Granat step up, man. I like what I see. I like his physical gifts. 6'7", nice reach. You know, I think his best punch is his left hook. He gets a lot of torque on that left hook. Even showed in his amateur fight against Max Keller. So he gets a lot of torque on that left hook. He was landing good hooks on Danny Williams. You know, so I want to see more of him. There's not a lot on YouTube to watch from him, but there's only the fights I seen was, like I said, Darnell Wilson, Danny Williams, Aziz Baran, and at the Adrius Cap fight. You know, and I've seen the sparring footage with Christian Hammer. And so I'm waiting for this Michael Sprott footage to be released. It only went one round, but hey, I want to see what he has, you know. He disposed of him in one round, so just want to see the footage of it. Some people, I've read some comments on websites, they're saying you're not going to miss much. But yeah, man, that's my thought about Adrian Granat. And he is also, you know, I looked up on BoxRec, he is rated number 39. And to give you a feel for his rating, he's number 39. Johan Duhapa, who just got a title shot against Adrien, or Deontay Wilder, rather. I'm sorry about that. He's rated number 38. Emmanuel Charles rated number 40. Trevor Bryan's rated number 42. Charles Martin, who's getting a title shot against Glaskov, is 43. Dillian White is 44. So Granat is rated higher than Charles Martin and Dillian White, who will be in high-profile fights pretty soon here. Then Jarrell Miller is number 36, and Dominic Brazil is number 37. So Granat is right in the thick of things with only 10 fights, and he's right in the thick of things with some of these other guys who have way more fights than he has. Want to see more of him, man. He's only 24 years old. Big 6'7" guy from Sweden. Want to see more of him. YTBC. I'm out.